We are live. Hey guys, thank you for joining us on our Westworld Season 2, Episode 1 review, Journey into the Night. And my two hosts here are, starting off, one and only Lou, aka Booredatwork. How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. Welcome back. It's been a long 16 months.
Yeah, it has been. And joining us is our resident maestro from the land of Game of Thrones, but he is here with us at Westworld. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty well. I forgot that I watched this show. It's been so long.
I know, right? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Westworld Season 2 is back. You know what? I usually skip the previews that they do, or at least the recap that they do, but I actually had to watch it because like I said, I myself, I wasn't sure exactly what happened, but we're back into it. What did you think of the episode? Just briefly, I'll start with you, Andrew. This is the first episode. It's been a while. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was okay. Like it brought me back in because a couple of years ago when we were watching this, it was all about, the theories of what's happening and trying to figure it out. This one, I was a little more relaxed because so much time had passed where I was just trying to see where they're going with this. So it kind of got me interested. I'm not like over the moon yet, but I'm liking where it's going so far.
Okay. How about you, Lou?
The tech is back, man.
That's
what I like about it, the tech. They just 5 or 6 posts, boom, create a world of dude, and then it's so big. And we know where we're going this year. We're gonna see some samurais.
Well, I mean, the first thing that caught my attention is that this is off mainland China location. That was one of the things we didn't know where it was last season. Remember when the guy from Vikings was talking to the military guys, he was speaking in Chinese. And he said, I have an NDA for the island. Tell them to get off my, goddamn island. And that's where we realized it's off an island off mainland China. So at least we know where it is. Before we weren't sure. There were some theories that maybe it's on the moon or something, like all sorts of stuff like last season. For me, I want to know what the big reveal would be this year, because last year, knowing that Bernard is at least a host of sorts, was a shocker to a large degree. So I want to know what can they do this season to actually top that. But I did like the first episode. I agree with you. It was a little bit of a slower pace. But then again, I think Westworld I wasn't expecting it to be, shock you immediately, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, what else stood out for you guys?
How did the brother come back?
Who?
The lesser of the Hemsworth brothers.
Yeah,
he was captured last season, was gone for the final 2 episodes, and all of a sudden, hey Bernard, how you doing?
We'll find that out. That's why, think about it. Even Bernard, like finding him on the beach, I was like, why is he there? I thought he was somewhere else, right? And then, we found that out later. So I think something with Hemsworth is going to tie in somehow,
Wait, which one is a Hemsworth brother?
The one that found Bernard by
Security
the beach.
guard.
Like, you want to shoot the boss?
Oh, he's related to them? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is the third brother.
Oh man!
Actually, no. I think he's the middle brother. Where
he looks older than both of them.
Liam is the youngest out
of all of them. Okay, I mean, either way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what else? Anything you notice? Anything that piqued your interest in this episode? Just like on specifics. Anything, Andrew?
Yeah. For me, it was the big theme of the girl, Danny Newton, challenging the host, not the host, the host writer. Yeah. Where he was saying like, "Oh, your daughter's not real," and she's like, "Am I real? Like, are my dreams real?" And she's like, puts a gun and was like, "So what if I use these hands? Are they real?" And all that stuff. So it's like this common theme of like, is it really? Is something real? Like, is there consciousness make them more than just robots or machines? And it's like, what's really factual, and it's kind of like an interesting thing going on. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works.
It is, though, especially with Tanner Newton's character, because the way she plays and the way like her character is that she knows she's not real, as she's not a real human being. She also knows that she has control over the other hosts.
Mm-hmm.
She knows those commands, but there is some yearning to her child, which she also partly knows that it's not a real child at the same time. So it's this like, you're right, it's this layer of conflict to left and right that's going on between what is real, what is fake. Should she actually be yearning for that? Because remember, she could have left last season. But then again, somebody wrote something in her code for that. Remember, if you go back to last season, Bernard was like, no, are you sure everything you're saying is your path? Because I'm seeing stuff here that was written for you.
Yeah, and the thing was, like, it was supposed to be a scrape from her when she was moved over to the sex house. Yeah. But now all of a sudden, like, there's fragments of it still left over. So it's like, well, how is this happening? Like, how are you retaining this? How are you?
No, I don't think it was just that, though. I think it was the fact that she was looking for a child. That's what I took, though. Like Bernard was saying that even her presence actions of what she thinks she's free, even though she knows all of this.
But like she's still like chained to that. So is that like
yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, there are humans who say that too. Like there are parents who are like saying, I can't imagine my life without my child. I would do anything for my child. And so it's like that's a real human feeling. So it's kind of weird that a robot would have it. And does she have it because she's being programmed, or does she have it because she's a parent?
Yeah. I mean, that's true. But I think also then, to me, it now goes to Ed Harris's character, and Robert said the game is for him. So did Robert's character kill it? Did Robert's character kill himself, or like allow for Dolores to kill him? Because basically he could have overridden some of that if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to die.
Yeah, I mean, that is that, but
that's
also
the thing. I believe Ford set everything into motion. Because like you said, he could have overwritten Dolores with his little motor function commands, and no, she wouldn't have shot him. But he did some programming that allows them now all to wreak havoc the way they're going, to make Ed Harris's character have fun.
True.
Remember, I don't know if you watched the preview, but we see we're going 3 different timelines, and then we're going way back into the past because Ed Harris's character's younger self will be back.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to take Dolores out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe a different park, though, because one of the scenes we saw from that preview were people in modern day clothes, but they were all frozen. And
but
walking around.
I think it is that they're taking her out of the park because he tells, there's like in the audio they say this is a tiny speck on a great bigger like sand or beach or something like that. So I think that they're gonna take her out. And plus, Dolores, when she's talking to Teddy later on, she mentions that they have a whole nother world out there, and we need to take that one too. So I'm wondering if like she remembers that because she mentions memories. Yeah. So I'm wondering if like she remembers being taken out of the park and seeing other things when she was with the Man in Black's younger self.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Okay, what happened to all the hosts in the water? Because we saw James Marsden character in the water, but then we see him in previews again later on. So did they switch bodies, or she also remembered before, when she was kissing Cyclops, the other woman came by and said, we found it. And he's like, you must come see the truth. And then it cuts over to Bernard and the Hemsworth brother. And next minute we see all of them in the water, all the hosts in the water. So what was up with that?
You got to understand, this episode gave us 2 weeks forward. So that final scene is most likely 2 weeks forward.
Oh, you can say present. Call it present time.
Okay, well, we'll call it present time. Then we got where Tessa Thompson and Bernard are.
Yeah.
That's like moments after everything happened. So, and then we're going the same thing with Tandy Newton's character. She's in the present back when everything went down. So by the end of this season, we'll probably get that workup to why everyone was in that whole ocean or lake, whatever they want to consider it, drowned, and who did it.
Are they really? I mean, again, we'll have to wait and see. The other thing too is also okay. So basically, that scene, that bunker they go into with Tan Noon's character and Bernard, and basically they're basically downloading people's data and selling it. Mm-hmm. It's like the whole Facebook fiasco, right? I'm watching that. I'm going. He's like, are you downloading people's experiences and DNA? But here's the other part too. The part that it's going to come back. Bernard could open the door.
Well, remember, Bernard was always thought he was human.
No. DNA imprinting.
Well, he's made as a human.
Yeah.
I mean, Bernard, they're all made as human, but I'm saying
no. But Bernard is made special human.
I think Bernard's like another level. I don't think calling Bernard a host is like adequate because you can tell Robert went the extra mile with him. Like he basically wanted to replicate his friend. So I'm sure he used actual DNA from Arnold to make Bernard.
And then but Bernard tried to kill himself. He set himself for a 72-hour timer.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Will he die in 72 hours? Which is not the case because you can see it's 2 weeks later and he's alive.
Unless he's changing his consciousness, moving from body to body, reliving shit.
Or maybe he sees something and then he tries to stop it and that's what makes him pass out by the beach. I mean, I don't. There's lots of questions this rest of the episode.
You're probably going to steal some of those packs and like try to reset himself every 58 hours.
So something like that. But then what? Okay, that the host they're looking for, the Peter something, that the company will do everything for. What is that host? Who is that? Or is that the original? What was the name of the brother-in-law of the Man in Black?
I don't remember.
Did we get his name or no?
I forgot his name. Yeah, they said his name. I forgot his name.
I mean, he's back in the past, yes. But is he also alive in the park in the future?
Yes, because they show him in the next episode. But the guy they asked for was Peter Abernathy. That was Dolores' father.
Oh, yeah. Why him? Why did he need his data?
He was the one that like sort of set this whole thing off where he's like, oh, this doesn't look like anything to me, he started to like sort of, he was the first one to glitch where pieces of his memory would be retained.
No. So okay, that's true. Now I'm saying the Man in Black's brother-in-law, will we see his future self? Because there's somebody they showed that I thought could have been him. There's a guy who looked.
If they were to go with his future self, then he'd have to be the
current guy.
Because
he's already kind of old.
Yeah, no, who?
He's the guy that the Man in Black is already old.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, exactly. He would be the same age as Ed Harris. But because they showed someone in the previews who had a beard, white beard, and he kind of looked at one of the hosts and he just had this smile. He almost feels like, because basically he let him go in the wilderness, right? Which means either he died in the park, one, or he made it into another part of the park and just couldn't leave the island. That's it. And because basically he just never came back. So Ed Harris took over the company. So I'm having a feeling he might come back in at some point. That's just me. To me, it would be interesting if they brought him back, but
Well, it's going to be interesting because, like I said, Ed Harris's younger character is going to take Dolores to the company.
Yeah.
So when he takes her out the park, he's probably going to take her to his company. And remember, he fell in love with her. Last season, he's in love with that robot. So, hey.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have done that. He just messed everything up, man, for everybody. It's because Dolores is crazy now, man.
But see, that's the thing. What if Dolores is the key to everything and she ends up being another pocket person for, what's his name? Ford's partner.
Bernard.
No, not Bernard. The original partner, his name. What if she has a piece of his consciousness too?
Arnold.
No,
Arnold.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
I think so.
I think it's all Arnold's consciousness is in Bernard. I think Ford put it all in Bernard. From that's just the way I think.
See, Bernard could be Ford's thing, but remember, Dolores was hearing other things as well in season 1, and now she's acting them out in season 2.
Dolores is just crazy, man.
You see the way she was riding that horse and shooting people?
No, forget the shooting people. Like, I mean, like, you know, like even James Mason just looking at her, like executing people left and right. I'm like, you sure you want to hang out with this chick? I mean,
every chick he hangs out with leaves him anyway.
Bird. Oh, come on.
Wow. Wow, that's just wrong, man.
Hey, it's what he picks for his roles.
Wow. Okay. Let's just leave that at that. Anything else you guys can think of this episode? I mean, there were a lot of little nuggets here and there, but I'm just interested to know. I think the idea of Peter Abernathy just being the first is interesting, but I think there's something else. I think we're going to see that in the past. It's not just this. Maybe some state secrets, maybe something really big that's just bigger than how it started. Because it can't just be how it started, you know, because they don't care about. I mean, they care about that, but they would rather just wipe everything and start again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that like Tessa's not working for whatever like major company starts this. She's doing like some corporate espionage or something. So they probably want him because he's like old school one. He's the base level. He's gonna have some like critical building block that they're gonna be able to use and build whatever information they're trying to get. So like the new ones are probably more sophisticated and a little tougher to read. There's probably something special about this exact model that they need, like to piece things together. That's kind of the feeling I get.
Yeah,
or maybe it's just like to take down the Man in Black. They want to find somebody who's tied to his many stories.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to see how it like turns out. You know, this season, but I mean, it's slow. It's Westworld. It always builds up. So we'll see. Any final thoughts before we wrap up? Because I don't think there's much we can mince on this episode unless there's anything that comes to mind. Yeah.
No, the only thing that I thought of was like I mentioned before, like the theme of humanity being in pretty much every scene. Like when she makes the dude strip naked to like sort of say, "This is how you guys treat us." And it's when Dolores is saying like they're creatures that look and talk like us, but they're not like us.
Yeah,
it made me think how like a couple of years ago everyone was debating about what if our lives are just a simulation or some other thing, and I was like, you guys are reading too much into this. But like it's probably that's what they're trying to go. Like, what if humans are just a simulation for some other people playing a game? It was kind of cool that they were talking about that.
Okay, Lou, anything?
No, just hope that, you know, we ain't gonna have to wait till 2020 because that's the plan.
For the next season?
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
This is what I read.
Yeah, they take so long to make the show that I think they're gonna have to like wrap up whatever's happening this season. Like, you can't have like a cliffhanger on this show because it's gonna take like 2 years for you to see it.
Yeah, I think you wrap it up. You wrap up something, but you have a cliffhanger that leads you to something else.
Yeah, not like a full cliffhanger where questions are unanswered, but like last year what they did where when she shot him, you're like, oh whoa, what does this mean now going forward? That's like a kind of cliffhanger light. But I just mean like unanswered questions that are too big to like the plot or something. You got to wrap that up.
Well, I mean, they did it well last season. Bernard's revelation in episode 8 was the one that everybody like we all went like, oh snap, okay, now that is big.
What did we get last season? 10 episodes?
Yeah, 10. Yeah, so it's they're going with the Game of Thrones like episode 8 type, you know, big thing.
We'll probably get 10 again this season. And I could see them taking the break next season because of Game of Thrones, because they'll probably want to leave Westworld in April, and then who knows? Filming schedules for all these actors would be one of the reasons to push it to 2020.
Well, they said they did have Jonathan Nolan, who's the creator of the show, said he did have his plan for the show from beginning to end, 5 seasons. So,
which
5
and
seasons.
HBO will give them the 5 seasons.
I'm
5
surprised
seasons.
they're going that long. I thought they could wrap this up in like 4.
No, well, depends on how all the other parks are integrated. And what I mean, they could shorten it. Of course, you can always shorten it down. But if he has a plan for 5, if the ratings say dip in season 3 a little bit, then you just go season 4 is the end, and you just tighten it up. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think the ratings would dip. I would see this more. If let's say they do stick to their guns and come back in 2020, the hype will be there for it. Because after Game of Thrones, what does HBO really have?
Game of Thrones spinoff.
But that won't get that until 2021, 2022 at best.
No, 20.
Yeah.
You start filming.
No,
at the end of this year.
the HBO has already said they're not putting that into production that quick. They're going to take their time with it.
I'm telling you, they're going to start production at the end of the year. Watch.
No, they can't because they don't even have someone to run the show yet. They already said that.
They have 6 different showrunners for 6 different spinoffs, and they haven't decided which one they want to go with yet.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to do like Aegon Conquering, probably, whatever spinoff that is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy my Ballers, but...
So good. I gave up on Ballers, man.
No, we can't give up on Ballers. Ballers is just a great 23-minute comedy fest of dumbness.
But yeah, it's like the same story every week. It's like, Spencer, we messed up. We're going to fix this. Spencer, we fixed it. Yay! It's like the same thing every episode.
We're going to bring a team to Vegas.
Here's the thing. It's funny. I completely forgot about this. I just went to Screen Rant. They have a Westworld article, but it's very important. We do know there are 6 parks, but we only know that this issue is in 1 park.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Really?
And they were,
yeah. Except the tiger rode from another park into this.
They said we've never had cross-border issues with
other parks.
Yeah. So this is kind of interesting.
I don't know. Floki's character looks like he's going to be really interesting. I hope he doesn't get killed off.
I don't think so because
he's a good actor.
Should we do a spoiler alert for Vikings?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Floki's leaving Vikings, so this is probably what he's invested all his time in. I doubt he would do that for just like a 3-episode run or something. He's probably going to be like
he's leaving Vikings.
Yeah.
That's when
his character's going to be killed. Like he volunteered to kill himself on the last episode.
Oh well, yeah, but that could have been said, and they don't do nothing with that. You can't kill Floki on Vikings, man. It's bad enough we're going to kill Lagatha.
I'm pretty sure they're going to kill both of them.
We know Lagatha's dying because Ivar, he's a freaking nutcase.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about this, too. Robert mentions a door as well for the Man in Black. Like, there's a lot with the Man in Black, the game, and what that means.
I think that doorway is going to be the key to where Dolores is looking for, too.
Yeah,
probably.
They're all looking for like the world beyond the valley or something like that.
Yeah,
that'll probably be how we end up figuring out why all those people drowned. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm reading here. Basically, Screen Rant is talking about location of Westworld. It takes place in 2052, and.
Which time? There's like three timelines on the show.
The present day, where all the military guys show up.
Okay.
Is the year 2052. The park covers Founder square miles to replicate its natural border.
How many miles?
500 square miles.
Jesus Christ, the park is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they say it's probably around in the Pacific Ocean. I'm like, look. There was a Chinese military guy there, so it's off the coast of China, somewhere, one of those waters and areas. But anyway, guys, let's wrap it up. Yeah, it was a good episode, but it's a lot to chew on. for those who haven't watched Westworld before, just caught up with season 1, and you're expecting like a very big season opener, that's not the case. That's not how Westworld runs.
That's how it was last year.
This show takes like 3 episodes, and then
it builds up.
It's the suspense that what you get, and then you start to play things in your mind, trying to figure out what's happening. And then once that happens, it's like they really put the action up. Then you start to get this piece, and then they bring it all together in season 8, and then like episode 8. Yeah. Then 9 and 10 is you dealing with the ramifications.
Yeah, that definitely is. Yeah, so thank you very much, Andrew, for joining us. Appreciate it. It's been a while. I know Game of Thrones has been away, and we haven't done this, so we'll see you next week. Also, as well as Lou, aka Booredatwork. Thank you again. Second show for the day. And we're going to do on the channel, we still have other videos, but we're going to do a spoiler review for Infinity War Sunday. We'll pick the time on Sunday, maybe around 3 p.m. in the afternoon or something like that, where we can just jump in, discuss. So, hey, Andrew, if you're free, you can join us.
I don't think I'm going to be able to see it this weekend.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's like it's sold out everywhere I looked.
You didn't pre-order tickets, bro?
No, man, I didn't even think about it. I was so hyped up. I went to Wakanda like 4 times and didn't even I didn't even make the connection. Like, oh wait, I need to be ready to
go back to Wakanda, right?
Exactly. I saw the trailer. Like, wait, I need to get my ticket for the next one. But I'm gonna see if I can like get some last minute. Hopefully, I don't end up in like the first row. I'll see what happens.
Okay. Just get there early enough, and you won't be in the last row.
Do an early Saturday showing, like 11 o'clock. Or something like
That's the best time to honestly go is early in the morning, because it ain't as crowded as it would be at night.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I've seen Ready Player One at night and Rampage at night, and by God, I hate going to the theater at night, but it was the only time to go.
Yeah, so try it out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, and always enjoy your entertainment.